Welcome to a 50-minute Vinyasa Flow practice. My name's Kailey. When you're ready, you can meet me on your mat, on your back. I like to start sometimes by resetting the pelvis, and that's easiest to do when you lie down and bend your knees, plant your feet underneath your knees. Bring your hands anywhere onto your torso. Just breathe in and breathe out for a moment here. Without having to be really systematic about anything, do a gentle body scan, gentle assessment of how the body's feeling. If there's places where the body's talking to you a little bit more, right? So if you have discomfort or tension, just bringing some awareness into those spaces. Take another big breath in, let the belly inflate like you're filling up a balloon here, about 80% full with air. So breathe into the belly. Hold the breath for a moment at the top. And then go ahead and take an open mouth exhale when you're ready. Sigh it out. Let the shoulders ungrip, let the pelvis relax a bit. Check in with how the breath itself is moving. So you notice if that was easy to breathe into the low belly or if there was some resistance. Notice if the breath, if you can feel it in the chest, or the throat. Take one more cycle of breath here. So again, let the belly expand as you breathe in. And then breathe into the upper chest as well. So once the belly is full, fill the upper chest, hold at the top. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Bring your elbows down by your side with your palms facing kind of at an angle or inward. The elbows come down, forearms are up. So you've got the elbows bent here against the floor. And then push the elbows down as you arch the spine away from the mat. So the back of the head stays down and your butt stays down. Take a breath in. So think about our cow stretch here as you inhale. On the exhale, bring the palms together, straighten the arms, reach up over your chest. You can think about cat there, let the shoulders peel away from the spine. Bend the elbows again, inhale, find that arch in the back, think cow. Exhale, palms together, arms go long, shoulders peel away from the spine. Take a couple more here. Just using the breath to move the spine around a little bit. And the next time the arms are up, find a gentle little tuck to the tailbone, press the feet down. You imagine that someone's spinning like a credit card right underneath your sacrum. So you want just a tiny little bit of clearance there. And then keep lifting the hips as you bring the palms down by your side, finding your bridge pose. Lower the hips, inhale the arms back up over your head. Exhale as you lift the hips, bring the palms back down by your side. So here's our mini little flow. Take a few rounds here. It's not about how high you can get your hips. So much of this practice is about how much awareness you can move with. So moving with skill. Try not to mistake the range of motion for the level of skill. The next time your hips are lifted, pause. Palms press down by your side. Elbows press down by your side, activating to the upper back. And then walk your right foot in just a little bit. Lift the left knee up so that left knee is right over your left hip. Keep the core or keep the glutes engaged. Lower the hips an inch and then lift an inch. So down an inch and up an inch for 5. For 4, oh good, 3, booty burner here, 2, and 1. Left foot down, hips down, inhale the arms back up over your head. Exhale, windshield wiper the knees a bit side to side. Let that right leg relax. All right, here we go again. Hips up, arms down for your bridge. Walk the left foot in toward midline, and then the right knee comes up this time. Dig your left heel down like you're trying to bury it in your mat. And then just lower the hips an inch and lift an inch for 5. Slow and controlled movements. 4. 3, before we flow, we want to be sure that we're really dialed in. Last one, breathe in, and then lower everything down. Arms back up over your head, long inhale. Bring the knees to the chest, maybe one at a time. Grab hold of your kneecaps with your palms, and then circle the knees out away from one another. So my right knee is moving clockwise, my left knee is moving counterclockwise. And then let's switch the direction of those circles. So left knee's clockwise, right is counter, or you could have done it in the reverse order. Draw both knees into your chest, tap your chin, rock forward and backward. You might find a little bit of a pause on your sit bones for some core engagement. And then maybe a pause on the shoulders, same deal, core engagement there. Shoulders are tougher. Rock yourself to a seated position, so cross-legged seated position at the top of the mat. Bring your hands to your heart, let the eyes soften or maybe even close down. Feel the head over the heart and the heart over the pelvis. See if you can create just a tiny bit more space in the spine without tilting the chin up. So think about maybe like a string lifting up out through the crown of the head here. If you like to practice with intention, here's a nice place to kind of plant that seed, bring it into your awareness. For me today, my intention is to just practice being present and to be aware when I'm breathing in, that I'm breathing in. When I'm breathing out, that I'm breathing out. Something really simple for me today. Your intention could be something simple like that, or you might have something a little bit more nuanced and personal. We'll send those intentions out together here with one Om. Take a breath in through the nose. And then either oming or humming. Om. Your inhale, blink the eyes open. Interlace the fingers, reach your arms up overhead, pressing the palms toward the ceiling. Release the right hand outside of the right hip, lift the left arm up and over, finding a side stretch here. Bring a little bit of movement into the neck if it feels good. You might nod your chin from shoulder to shoulder, or maybe let the right ear kind of dangle toward the right shoulder. Big inhale. Exhale, bring your hands back behind you. So a little seated back bend here. Tempt the fingers back behind you, fingertips pointing forward. Lift the chest, lift the chin. Hug the shoulder blades down toward the spine. And then you're gonna find like a cat variation here, bringing the forearms together in front of you, palms touch. Round the back, lean back a little bit. Interlace your fingers, inhale as you lengthen back up into that tall spine here. Exhale, left hand to the left side bend. Take a couple deep breaths into your right lung. Feel the right side of the rib cage kind of peeling open gently. And then same thing, if it feels good, to bring some movement into the head and the neck. I always like to let the left ear get real heavy. Release the fingers back behind you. One more seated back bend here. Tilt the chin up as you breathe in. And then forward fold at the top of the mat. So take a ragdoll variation, bringing a lot of space between the feet and a nice generous bend in your knees. Maybe you find a gentle sway side to side. If you're layering, this is always the place where it's convenient to take a layer off the top. Give your head another gentle nod or shake. Clean out any of the tension in the jaw or the neck. And then release the fingertips down in front of you. I like to bring the palms together here. It's up to you. We're going to take a little bit of trunk rotation. So keep the knees nice and soft. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale the right hand back down. Left arm comes up. Breathe in. Exhale it back down. Side to side. 2 more in on each side. When you finish up on the left, release into your ragdoll one more time. Catch the crooks of the opposite elbows. Start to play around with straightening out one or both of your knees. And straightening out doesn't necessarily mean that the legs become straight. Just look for a sense of length in the back side of the legs. Release the fingers down, heel toe your feet to whatever spacing feels comfy on your joints. And then bring your hands to your hip creases. Unroll slowly. Let the chin be the last thing to lift. Once your head is up, reach the arms up. Big full body stretch here. Maybe even lift up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale your hands to heart center. Drop the heels down as you fold forward. Find your halfway stretch, inhaling the palms to the shins, flat back. Catch the calves as you exhale this time into your forward fold. Moving with your breath. Rise on the inhale, fingers reach up, palms space or touch at the top. Take it right back down on the exhale. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Take it up on the inhale, always the option to lift the heels, get a little taller. Right back down on the exhale. We're gonna add on this time. Find your halfway stretch. This time maybe you tent the fingers in line with the toes at the top of the mat. And then step the right foot to the back of the mat, drop your right knee down. Inhale your left arm up and open. And stay here or reach back for your right foot, finding a bind. If you caught your right foot, release it. Back, bring the left hand forward and then sweep both arms up as you lift the chest. So finding a nice tall spine here. Exhale and bend the elbows. Release the fingers down, straighten out the left leg. And lift the left toes and curl them back toward your shin. Let me keep a gentle bend in my knee here. Having a little bit of tension in the hamstrings is actually kind of a good thing. It's there for a reason to support our lower back. So unless your body's really loving straightening that left leg all the way out, so you can breathe into whatever range of motion it's willing to give you today and really just appreciate what's there. Look forward, start to rebend your left knee, walk the hands forward, lift the right knee up. And then step your right foot to the top of the mat to meet the left. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Fold forward as you breathe out. Rise on the inhale, big full body stretch here. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, maybe you line the fingertips in line with the toes. This time the left foot's gonna step to the back of the mat, drop the left knee down. Inhale your right arm up. Finding some rotation in the trunk, maybe bending the left knee to catch the foot for a bind. Use your breath to create a little bit more space here in that twist. Release the left foot, release the right arm, and then inhale into your supported crescent. Exhale as you bend the elbows. Release the fingers down. Take a breath in and then straighten out the right leg until you feel that lengthening sensation in the back side of the thigh. Maybe even feel some stretch in the calf. I know I do here. Soften the face. Rebend the right knee, look forward, tuck the back toes, breathe in. Step the left foot to the top of the mat as you breathe out. Halfway stretch on the inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Take it up as you breathe in. This time we're going to add a lightning chair as you breathe out. So sink the hips back, weight is in the heels. Tiny tuck to the pelvis to lengthen out to the lower back. Reach the arms forward so you're in chair pose, inhale. And then bring the palms together, right inside of the knees. So I'll turn to the side here so you can see a little space between the knees. Back sides of the hands are pressing against the knees. Push the knees in, but press the palms out so you've got some dynamic tension. You feel the muscles in the legs activate. The right elbow is going to lift. Inhale, find a little twist. Exhale, bring your right hand back down inside of the right knee. Left elbow, breathe in. Release it down as you breathe out. Chair pose on the inhale, reach forward. Lightning chair on the exhale. Stand up all the way up with your neck stretch. Forward fold, let it go. Halfway lift, breathe in. Right foot steps to the back, drop the right knee down. Inhale your left arm up and open. Exhale, sweep it back down. Supported crescent, breathe in. This time we're gonna find lightning crescent. Lift that back knee, sweep the arms by the side. Pause here and breathe. Check back in with the pelvis. You can find that little tuck to the pelvis so you're not arching and dumping through the low back. Super strong here. One more deep breath in. Stay for the breath out and then pivot the right heel down. Reverse your warrior, anchoring into that lunge in the left side. Bring the left hand to the back of the head or the back of the neck. And then maybe the right fingertips come up for the left fingertips, or maybe you just grab hold of your shirt or a towel or a strap. Opening up through the left upper arm. Press the back of the head into your left arm. Keep anchoring through the knife edge of your back foot. If you've got the bind, go ahead and release the bind to get back into a reverse warrior as you breathe in. Cartwheel your hands around your front foot. Keep the left knee bent. We're going to take it into wild thing. So pivot to the outer edge of the right foot. Left toes drop back behind you. Inhale, that left arm up and open. Find some space here to send the chest forward, to lift the hips up. As you exhale, left hand comes down under left shoulder, left knee, left elbow. Take it back to wild thing. Breathe in. Left knee, left elbow as you breathe out. One more wild thing. Inhale. Left knee, left elbow, step it all the way forward on the exhale. So outside of the left hand. We're going to kick it back to a three-legged dog. Left leg lifts up. Take a breath in. Left knee, right elbow as you breathe out. 3 times to the right. So inhale, kick back. Exhale, right elbow, that's 2. Pump the breath, breathe in. To the right as you breathe out. Last three-legged dog, inhale. Step both of the feet to the top of the mat as you exhale. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Fold forward and empty. Chair on the inhale. Slide the back of the hands to the insides of the knees on the exhale. Right elbow, breathe it open. Exhale, right hand down. Left elbow, breathe in. Exhale, back of the hand down. Chair pose on the inhale. Lightning chair, option to lift the heels if you need a little bit more here. Stay active in the legs for 5. Soften the face for 4. 3, we're standing up on 1, 2, and 1. Big full body stretch as you breathe in. Forward fold, chest to thighs, let it go. Halfway stretch on the inhale. This time the left foot steps to the back of the mat. On the exhale, drop the left knee. Inhale, your right arm up and open. Exhale, right hand sweeps down. Supported crescent. Breathe in. Back toes are tucked, so we're ready. Lightning crescent. First time on this side. Take a moment to find some stability through the ball of the right foot and the right heel. We'll be finding some energy in the back of the left thigh. So long line of energy from your left heel. Neutral or tucked in the pelvis, and then long line of energy carrying all the way through the crown of the head. Big breath in. Stay low for the breath out. With the back heel, reverse your warrior. If you have any kind of knee sensitivity, I'll encourage you to really press into the right heel as opposed to the right big toenail. Sometimes that can help the tendon in front of the knee feel a little bit more supported. Bring the right hand to the back of the head. Left arm comes up. Maybe you find a bind. Either way, find that stretch in the back of the right arm. Press the head into that right arm so you're not kind of collapsing the chin to the chest here. And then back into my intention. When you're breathing in, be aware that you're breathing in. You're breathing out, aware that you're breathing out. I'm gonna come back to that reverse warrior. Find some space here in the upper body on an in-breath. Cartwheel the hands to the top of the mat. Keep the right knee bent. We're going a wild thing. In the ball of the foot back behind you. You're on the outer edge of the left foot as the right arm lifts up. Lift through the chest. Push the hips forward or upward as you breathe in. Right hand down, right knee, right elbow. We've got 3. Inhale back to your wild thing. Exhale, knee to elbow for 2. Pump the breath. Inhale. Last knee to elbow. As you exhale, step it all the way outside of the right hand. Option to take a little bend. Come up to do this on the other side. So a little Spider-Man push up here. Bend into the elbows. Keep sending the chest forward. And then we've got 3-legged dog as you breathe in. Left elbow 3 times on the breath out. Inhale, kick. To the left for 2. Breathe in. Last time to the left, breathe out. Back to 3-legged dog on the inhale. Step both of your feet to the top of the mat. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Chair on the inhale. Palms inside of your knees on the exhale. Same thing here. Maybe sneak the hands down to the inside of the shins. Right elbow up as you breathe in. Bring it back down as you breathe out. Left elbow lifts on an in-breath. Bring it back down on the exhale. Chair pose, stay low, take a breath in. Lightning chair, option to lift the heels. Come back to chair, maybe you stay on the toes as you breathe in. Lightning chair as you breathe out. 3 more, inhale. Exhale. Breath awareness in and out. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out. This inhale, stand all the way up. Maybe still on the toes, maybe not. And then forward fold. Drop the heels down, chest to thighs. Halfway stretch on the inhale. Again, the right foot's going to step to the back of the mat. Left arm lifts up. You can drop the right knee or not. Exhale that left hand back down. Supported crescent or full crescent on the inhale. Lightning crescent on the exhale. Reverse warrior, take a breath in. Cartwheel the hands down, wild thing. Inhale as you lift the hips and the heart and the left arm. Left hand down, left knee, left elbow, just 1 time here. Back to wild thing as you breathe in. Set up your Spider-Man push-up, so step outside of the left hand, bend the elbows. 3-legged dog on the inhale. Right elbow just 1 time as you exhale. Kick it back and breathe in. Both feet to the top as you breathe out. Halfway stretch. Big inhale, rebound some energy. Fold forward and empty. Last time like this. Chair on the inhale. Slide the back of the hands to the inside of the knees or the shins as you exhale. Right elbow. Breathe in and rotate the trunk. Bring that right hand down as you exhale. Left elbow, take a breath in. Slide it back down as you empty. Chair pose on the inhale. Lightning chair, option to lift the heels. This time we hold, maybe your heels are up, maybe they're not, but we're gonna alternate. If you've got the heels up, drop 1 heel, lift it, drop the other heel. Try and keep the pelvis and the knees relatively still. Whew. For 5, for 4, 3, 2, we're standing up on 1, so maybe standing, breathe in. Bring your hands to your heart as you breathe out. Little pause. Reach the arms up overhead on the inhale. We've still got that left side, huh? Forward fold, exhale. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Left foot steps to the back, you can drop the knee or not. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, backstroke that right arm down. Crescent or modified crescent with the knee down, breathe in. Lightning crescent as you lean forward and breathe out. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, side body stretch. Cartwheel your hands to the top, set up your wild thing. Bring the right toes back behind you as you inhale the right arm up. Right knee, right elbow on the exhale. Ooh, I forget if we did one more or not. Let's go ahead and just step outside of the right hand. Bend the elbows for your Spider-Man push-up. Kick that right leg back as you breathe in. Left knee, breathe out. Kick back to three-legged on the in-breath. Both feet to the top of the mat as you exhale. Keep the knees bent, sit down onto your butt. We're not done flowing, but work into a Savasana with bent knees. Bring the knees into the chest here. So you can reach the fingertips for the outside of the feet. I'm going to straighten the legs out as you reach the arms up overhead. Inhale. Knees come in, exhale, reach for the outside of the feet. So this is kind of like a pullover sit up. Inhale, reach up and kick out. Exhale, knees squeeze in as you reach forward. 5 more. Keep the core tight. The abdominals are really fired. They're helping you squeeze the knees in, helping you stretch the legs out without falling over. Last one, inhale. Knees to chest on the exhale. Roll all the way back onto your back and then rock it forward back into chair. Inhale here. Forward fold on the exhale. We're changing it up. Halfway stretch, take a breath in. Find a high plank and pause. So find the top of a push-up and absolutely lower the knees down. Keep the energy pulling through the hands. So push the fingertips down into the mat. Shift onto the tippy toes when you're ready. Lower all the way down. So first time, you haven't even seen chaturanga yet. Walk the fingers to the outside of your mat, over to the sides. Tense the fingers. Shrug the shoulders away from your ears and toward the spine. Inhale as you lift up, wide arm cobra. Exhale, look towards your left elbow, right shoulder, right ear, drop down toward the mat. Wide arm cobra, breathe in. Left elbow, left shoulder, drop as you look to the right. Inhale, take it back for your wide arm cobra. Downward facing dog on the exhale. In down dog, take a big cleansing breath through your nose. Dramatic sigh out through the mouth. Right leg lifts up, breathe in. Step the right foot forward as you breathe out. Keep the left knee lifted. Inhale your right arm up, so you're in your dragonfly twist. Backstroke that right arm on the exhale and then crescent lunge. Breathe in. Prayer twist to the right. Hook the left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. And then push the right hand down into the left as you start to take your eyes back over the right shoulder. Keep the energy in that back leg, really pressing through the left heel, even though it's lifted straight up, lifting the muscles in the back of the left knee up toward the ceiling. We're gonna come to crescent lunge on an inhale here. Lightning crescent as you exhale. We've got sky archer this time, so spin the back heel down. It's like reverse warrior, but you get to straighten that right leg out. Breathe in, and then triangle pose. Bring the right hand to the right shin. Left arm comes up and over. Option to bring the left hand to the left hip, to lift it straight up, so you're trying to move your shoulders and your wrists in one way, or to take that kind of side body variation, reaching forward. Feel free to try on all 3 of those options and choose what works best for you in this moment with your body. And a backstroke. Go ahead and reach the left arm forward if that feels okay. Take a breath in. Backstroke the left arm. We're coming back to crescent lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. One balancing posture today. Exhale as you fly it forward into airplane. Again, tap the pelvis just a little bit so that you're using your glutes instead of your lower back, right? If you were to lift that leg real high, you'd be dumping into the belly and kind of blowing out the low back. We want to keep that energy flowing active from the back heel or the left toes all the way up. Soft bend your right knee here. Stay here or reach the arms forward. Virabhadrasana 3. Bring the hands to the heart. We're going to step back to reverse warrior. Long inhale. Cartwheel the hands. Wild thing. Set it up on the exhale. One time here. Breathe in. This time we're going to chaturanga as you breathe out. So bend the elbows, hug them into the side body. Upward dog or cobra, press into the tops of the feet. Finish your inhale, no rush here. Downward facing dog as you empty. Breathe in. Breathe out. We've got the left side. Inhale, your left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Dragonfly twist. Inhale, your left arm open. Backstroke that left arm. Inhale to crescent lunge. Exhale, prayer twist. 3 deep breaths here, pressing your left palm down into your right. One more. Feel the rotation coming from the belly button upwards. The pelvis is pretty level. We're going to come to reverse warrior on an inhale. Spin that back heel down. Oh, no, it's sky archer on the inhale. Straighten the left knee out. And then triangle pose. Bring the left hand down. Find a variation of trikonasana, triangle that works for you. So right hand could be on the hip. Right arm might be up, working to stack the shoulders and the wrists. Or you can bring the right wrist and fingertips forward and really focus on anchoring down through the outer edge of your right foot, going long through the whole side body. Same thing here in the spine. Make sure you're not arching the low back. Reach the right arm forward if that works out for you. Breathe in. Backstroke the right arm, spin the right heel up. Crescent lunge. Take an inhale, look up if you need more, and then launch forward into airplane. Really great place if you happen to have a wall or a piece of furniture that's nearby. You can use as a little touch point to support that balance, to support your stability. And if you do use a touch point, or even if you don't, consider if you can feel it. Where could you bring a little bit more activation into your muscles to support your stability? So that might actually be in the abdominals, it might be in the left glutes in your standing leg. Stay here or reach the arms forward. It might mean dropping the right toes back behind you. That's an option too. Hands to the heart. Take a breath in. Right foot to the back of the mat as you exhale, bend the left knee. Here's reverse warrior. One inhale to fill up. Cartwheel the hands around the front foot. Keep the knee bent on the exhale. Wild thing. Breathe in as you bring that left toe down, left arm up. Chaturanga on the exhale. Squeeze elbows in toward the ribs. Cobra or up dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Big cleansing breath. One more. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Almost done. One time through breath and motion. When you're breathing in, know that you're breathing in. When you're breathing out, know that you're breathing out. So let the breath carry you. The breath is the mantra here. Right leg up on an inhale. Step it through on the exhale. Dragonfly twist. Breathe in. Backstroke the right arm as you breathe out. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Always that option to look up. Prayer twist on the exhale. Full cycle of breath. Lengthen the crown of the head forward as you breathe in. Twist through the rib cage as you breathe out. Sky archer. Inhale as you straighten out the front knee. Left heel anchors. Triangle on the exhale, right hand down. Inhale that left arm forward. Backstroke the left arm on the exhale, spin the left heel up, bend the right knee. Crescent lunge, breathe in. Fly forward to airplane as you breathe out. Warrior 3 or hands to the heart on the inhale. Left foot steps back on the exhale, bend the right knee, reverse your warrior, breathe in. Cartwheel it down. One more wild thing on this side. Big inhale, lift the hips, open the chest. Low push up as you exhale. Up dog, a cool breath, huge breath in. Down dog as you empty. Left side, here we go. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, step it through. Dragonfly, breathe in. Backstroke that left arm as you breathe out. Crescent lunge, pull the chest up, look up. Prayer twist to the left. Breath in. Breath out. Sky archer, inhale, opening up through left side body. Triangle, exhale, left hand down, right arm forward. Big breath in. Backstroke the right arm as you work your way to crescent lunge. Inhale, back heel lifts, arms come up. Fly it forward to airplane on the exhale. Reach forward or bring the hands to the heart as you breathe in. Step it back as you breathe out. Reverse your warrior. Finish the inhale. Maybe you look up toward the left fingers. Cartwheel your hands down around the front foot on the exhale. Wild thing. Huge breath in here. Chaturanga on the breath out. Upward dog or cobra, pause. Drop the knees to the mat. Press your hips back to your heels and then have a seat. Bringing the hands to the thighs, let the eyes soften or close. Feel your shoulders. See if on the exhales, you can let the shoulder blades loosen and melt down to the back side of the ribs. Breathing in, notice the sense of the inhale. Breathing out, so you can ungrip a bit, the jaw, the hips, the belly. Just noticing the sensations in your body without having to be really scripted about it. Notice where the attention gravitates if you set the body as the focus. Sensation of the breath itself. Allow the breath to perhaps move a little bit deeper into the back, the pelvis, or even the upper thighs. Lengthen the crown of the head up toward the ceiling and then drop your right ear toward your right shoulder. I'm going to keep the eyes open if you want or need. Maybe keep them closed and just kind of follow along with verbal instructions here. Release the left hand toward your low back, maybe even over toward the outer edge of the right hip, and then interlace your right fingers with your left fingers so the knuckles are off to the right side of your waist here. Using that right hand to very gently encourage the left shoulder blade down. Breathing into the left side of the neck as that right ear continues to drop toward the right shoulder. Try and point your right elbow back behind you. Keep the bind, bring your chin to your chest, and then keeping the fingers interlaced, tuck the knuckles back behind you, then lift the chin up, finding the back bend here. Breathe in. We'll switch sides. Exhale, your knuckles over toward the outside of the waist on the left ear, left shoulder, left elbow, just gently points back behind you as you find some length or space in the right side of the neck. You can breathe in a way that creates a little bit more space there. The chin to the chest on the exhale. Keep the bind, lift the chin as you bring those knuckles right back behind you and then lift up, bring the eyes open. Release the hands down, find your hands in your knees. Widen the fingertips toward the edges of your yoga mat. Knees are still underneath your hips, and then circle your shoulders over your wrists a couple times. Switch the direction of those circles. Make sure that the low back is still nice and long. So the abdominals are supporting you a little bit there. Come through center. Walk the hands back underneath. Forgot where we were going. Underneath the shoulders here. Tuck the tailbone toward your knees. Tuck the chin toward your chest. Push the mat away with your hands for cat. Maybe you give your head a shake. And then scoop the tailbone up toward the ceiling. Let the chest melt toward your thumbs as you lift the chin for cow. Cat pose around the spine, press the floor away. Cow pose, arch the back. Imagine that you're pulling the heels of the hands toward the knees. 2 more here, breathe in, press the hands down and isometrically toward the top of the mat. Exhale, or inhale rather for cow. And a neutral spine here. We're gonna keep kind of moving through the joints. Tuck the right toes back behind you. Lift the right heel up and then rock forward and backward through that right foot. Lift the left elbow. Maybe straighten the left arm, kind of twist there, breathe in. As you exhale, you're gonna bring your right knee underneath your chest and your left palm to your right thigh. Push the hand into the thigh as you press the thigh into the hand. Your right hand is pushing down firm. You take it back to that rotation. Right toes drop back behind you. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left hand to right thigh under your body. Inhale, last one. Exhale, hand to thigh. This time, bring that left hand underneath your left wrist and then set up for your pigeon pose. So right knee comes forward behind the right wrist. Left leg can stretch out back behind you. You might stay lifted on the fingertips here and a little bit of a lifted upright pigeon, or you might walk the hands forward. Maybe create a little pillow for your forehead by taking the elbows wide and stacking the palms. And if there's another variation of pigeon that feels better for you, if you want to roll onto your back and take that figure 4 variation, or if you want to stay upright, if that's kind of the energy of your practice, and you'd rather keep that more upright position, that's fine. So the idea here is to stretch the outer edge of the right hip and thigh. However you want to accomplish that in a way that feels like it's respecting your body's needs today is perfect. Be here for about 45 to 60 seconds. Let the eyes soften, whether they're closed or not. The breath lengthen. And then move towards stillness, even if you're not completely still here, if you're rocking around a little bit or making some adjustments, let them be really deliberate, mindful, maybe slower than you think that you need to. Take one more long cycle of breath here. Noticing on the inhale that you're breathing in. On the exhale that you're breathing out. And then no rush. You're gonna work your way back to your hands and your knees. So maybe you take a rebound posture, maybe you take a breath or 2 in some sort of symmetrical shape. When you come to the hands and the knees, it may feel good to kind of wag your tail, move the hips around. This time, the left toes are going to tuck back behind you, lift that left knee up, rock forward and backward, just checking in with the ankle and the calf, maybe circle through the ankle a bit. And the shoulders are over the wrists. Right elbow comes up, maybe the right arm lifts, breathe in. Exhale, right palm to left knee, left thigh. Push those two points of the body against each other. Inhale, take it back and lift up through the right arm. Exhale, palm to thigh under the body. One more like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep the left knee forward. Bring the right hand underneath the right shoulder and then set up your pigeon pose. Or take the variation that works out for your body. And just notice whatever wants to arise. So maybe it's a sensation in the body. You can really feel something happening in the outer edge of the left hip. Maybe there's a kind of catch to the breath or a depth to it that's pulling your awareness. Maybe there's a thought or an emotion that's arising, or maybe the mind is really busy or feeling especially emotional, and there could be many thoughts or many feelings that are arising. You can kind of sink your attention back into that witness awareness, that ability to just observe. So much of what I think a lot of us need is just to be heard, to be seen, maybe to be understood, but at least if not understood, to just be believed, right? So even if you're having some sort of thought or emotion that doesn't feel super rational to you, then you just witness it. Even if the body's feeling something that you wish it wasn't really feeling, without being like a masochist about it, you just witness it. One more long, full breath, leaving a little bit more space into whatever stretch you landed in. And then when you're ready, work your way onto your back, setting up for a moving spinal twist. So I'm really liking doing a very gentle windshield wiper spinal twist. Close. You can bring the arms to a T or a goalpost, maybe separate the feet a little bit wider. And just waggle the knees side to side. Take it slow, maybe a smaller range of motion. Moving the body gently after we exerted it can be a nice way to soothe the nervous system, to let the muscles and the joints know that they're safe. That everything that we did from a space of, loving intention, respect. It's okay for any tension that built up during the practice to start to dissipate, right? You're safe. It's okay to let go. Breathe in, breathe out, and then one limb at a time. Work your way into Shavasana, so straightening one leg and then the other. Bringing the arms down toward your side, the palms upright, and then rest easy at your side so the fingertips kind of curl gently in toward the middle of the hand. Just let the whole body melt. Relax through the back of the skull. Shoulders release into the mat underneath you. With every exhale, you can invite some ungripping through the face, belly. Be here for just a brief moment and listen for my voice to close together shortly. Start to bring some gentle movement or even maybe a big stretch into the body as you take some deeper breaths. Just letting your body start to move around in whatever way makes sense for you without any sense of urgency. See if you can stay in this kind of a slower pace for a moment as you transition from your back to a seat. And so much of this practice is about moving skillfully. It's not about speed or the biggest range of motion. It's about how skillfully we can move, literally in the physical body when we're practicing asana, but also maybe a little bit more symbolically how skillful we can be in life. So letting go of this urgency or this need to be busy, and be focused on doing what we're doing as well as we can. Bring your hands to your heart. Give yourself a huge recognition for taking care of yourself in this way. And then as you breathe in, shrug the shoulders up into the ears, and maybe even scrunch up the face a little bit. Hold the breath at the top, let it kind of circle through your body. When you're ready to open mouth, exhale, let it all go. Thank you for joining me. Take good care of yourself, and I hope to see you soon.